Hey everybody, welcome back. I am so glad you pressed play. So today I just want to talk to you a little bit more. This is kind of part 2 of my last video, which was coping with stress and finding balance. So if you had the opportunity to watch my last video, you know that I talked about coping with stress, and the main way to do that was to find balance, is what I talked about. Now, I wanted to do a little bit more on that because firstly, people asked me to do a little bit more on that. But secondly, I just had a little bit more time to think about it and come up with a few ways that we can find balance in our lives. Now, this list that I'm going to share with you today, it is not exhaustive. And I want everybody who's watching this video to just give us your ideas as well. I want to create a community here, and actually I started out with 7 things that I wanted to share with you, but the bonus thing is what I just said, is finding a community. So that's what I've always wanted my page to be, is a community where we can kind of share things and give each other ideas and things like that. So like I said, before I jump into the list, this is not an exhaustive list. I only have 8 things I want to share with you, but there are so many other things. I could talk all day literally about this. So if you have something that you want to add to the list, just put it in the comments and we'll go from there. So without further ado, let me go ahead and jump into the list. So one of the ways that we can find balance in our life and that will help with the stress that we deal with in our life, number 1 is eat well. Now, I know this is, it can be a difficult thing to do and a difficult thing to be consistent with, because it's something that I struggle with myself. So this actually this upcoming week, I'm starting a detox, a cleanse, and I'm just really going to detox my body, take 10 days to detox my body and really begin to feed my body well again. Now, I've done this cleanse before, and it's really helpful. So next time you see me on a video, hopefully my skin will be brighter and I will have slimmed down a little bit. But one of the things that we have to learn to do is eat well, because that saying is true. We are what we eat. So when you eat a lot of sugars and carbs and things like that, that really makes a difference in how you feel. So when you start to feel sluggish, you're tired all the time, all those types of things, it could be a lot to do with what you're eating. So that's number 1, eat well. Number 2 is write in a journal or a prayer box. I've shared with you guys before in a previous video. If you haven't had the opportunity to go back and watch my video on my prayer box, it's very helpful for me when I just kind of feel stuck, or I just need a little pep in my step. I write in my prayer box or I write in my journal. And that's just a good way to get out what you're feeling. A lot of times we are kind of trained to suppress our emotions and kind of just push those things down, what we're feeling, our emotions and stuff like that. But something my mom used to always tell me is that there is always more room out than in. And that's dealing with a lot of different things. But for these purposes, it's more room out than in. So sometimes you have to write out your emotions, especially when you're not sure verbally how to express things. It's kind of cool to just write things out, so you have your emotions out in the open. They're out in the atmosphere instead of being harbored inside of you. So that's number 2, write in a prayer box or a prayer journal, or it doesn't have to be a prayer journal, but just any kind of journal. So number 3, listening to music. I think we don't really understand the power of music sometimes. And so for me, and another, somebody made a comment on my last video talking about how they listen to worship and praise music. Maybe for you, it could be jazz music. It could be just something soft and sultry, whatever. Whatever kind of music makes you feel good. I think listening to music is a good way to just kind of gather yourself, get yourself together. I know that my husband does that a lot too. When he just needs a moment to himself, he'll just turn on his favorite tunes and sit and relax. And a lot of times he's able to come out of whatever funk or whatever he might be in. And myself as well, if I play one of my favorite gospel tunes or whatever, it really helps pull me out of whatever I might be feeling, whatever negative emotions I may be feeling. So that's number 3, listening to music. Number 4, and I mentioned this last time, but it really does help if you just go for a walk. I think we kind of forsake the beauty of nature sometimes. And so if you have a dog like me, just going out and walking my dog is something that kind of calms me sometimes. Just to be able to see the sun shining, and I look at the trees and I look at the grass, there's so much we can learn from nature. And if you've seen another one of my videos, you saw that you see that I can get a lot of things, a lot of lessons from looking at nature. So simply going for a walk can be something that can be helpful to just help you find that balance and alignment within yourself. So that's number 4, go for a walk. Number 5 is practice deep breathing. Now, I'm breathing pretty heavily right now because I've been going up and down the stairs trying to prepare for this video to record for you guys. So that's what I need to be doing right now, is practicing deep breathing. So there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube and elsewhere about deep breathing and what it can do for you. Just simply breathing correctly, because a lot of times we're breathing from our chest, but that's not even the correct way to breathe. We're really supposed to breathe from our guts. So just simply taking in just a couple of deep breaths completely changes things. It changes how you feel. It changes everything. It kind of keeps you or gets you grounded. So that's something really, really important that you can do. And just from doing that those couple times, I can feel myself grounding. I'm not in a place where I'm so out of breath anymore. I just took a couple small deep breaths and that changed everything. So that's a really important thing to do. So that is number 5, practice deep breathing. Now, number 6 is find a professional counselor or therapist or psychologist, right? So over the last couple of years or so, I've seen that a lot of people are starting to be proponents of counseling and things of that nature. And it is so important. Sometimes our families mean well, our church leaders mean well, the people around us who are surrounding us, our best friends, people mean well. But a lot of times we need a professional level of advice or just somebody to bounce things off of. And what I appreciate about counseling is that it's an unbiased person. So somebody who doesn't know you from a can of paint, somebody who is not going to judge you, somebody you can just kind of sit with and just unload. And I know what counseling has done for me in the past is really just helped me get a new perspective on my life. And so I think that's really, really important. I think everybody at a certain point in their life needs to seek counseling, professional counseling, because it's just helpful to be able to process through the transitions that we have in life. And transitions in life are inevitable. So I really think it's an important thing for us to have a counselor, somebody who we can just bounce things off of. There's somebody who's not going to judge us, somebody who's going to help us see a different perspective. So that's number 6, finding a professional counselor and therapist. Now, number 7 is plan a short vacation or a staycation. I think I shared some videos in the some pictures in the beginning of this video of me and my girlfriends, me and 2 of my girlfriends, and then me, my aunt, my mom, and my grandmother. And those were 2 things that I did to just I just needed to get away, clear my head a little bit, And I say plan a staycation. That's what I did with one of my best friends. She just said, hey girls, I want you to come to my house. We're not going to really do anything. We don't have anything planned, but just come to my house and we can just chill and get together. And it saved money because we didn't have to spend money on lodging or anything like that. We didn't really spend a whole lot of money that weekend. We went to a vineyard, which was very fun. And we really just relaxed and chilled. Sometimes we just need a change of scenery. So plan a staycation or a vacation. Now, that picture I shared with my my family, my grandmother has a timeshare every year around her birthday. And so she has a week where she just goes to the beach and hangs out for a week. So I just took a couple of days out of my week to go. And for myself, I needed it for myself. Even though I was there to kind of celebrate her birthday, I needed it for myself. So there are economical things that we can do, like staycations and small mini vacations or whatever that we can do to just help us clear our minds. It's a lot going on in the world, you guys. So we need to take that time to practice self-care, right? So that's number 7. Now, number 8, the bonus thing that I talked about at the beginning of this video, is finding a community to be a part of. Now, this is near and dear to me at this point in my life, and I thought that I needed to add this on the list because having a support system and having a community is so important. So important. I'm in a new city. My family support system isn't here in this city that I live now, and so I found myself kind of going into sort of not necessarily a deep depression, but a point of feeling lonely and things like that. And I'm looking around, I'm like, it's a pandemic, so I can't actually physically go to a church. I can tune in virtually, but it's something about being able to be in community and fellowship with people. So my husband and I actually were able to go to a little outside fellowship today, and it really helped not just me but him as well. So I really think it's important, you guys. And like I said, this is just a bonus I added. I originally only had 7 things to share with you, but this was a bonus. I want you guys to find a community that you can be a part of, because it really matters. So that's all. Those are the 8 things I have for you in talking about coping with stress and finding balance. Again, please go ahead and comment below with ways that you find your balance and how you cope with stress, because I want even this to be a virtual community for us to just be able to bounce ideas off of each other and things like that. So go ahead and write your comments. That's all I have for you today. But I do want to share with you guys, in talking about balance and coping with stress, I will be restocking my website at the end of this month, and I'm excited about a balance collection. This is my balance collection that I have coming. I'll be stocking my website with those, and I'll have different colors and styles, but this one I love. It's called the Balance Collection. These charms say breathe and balance, and these say peace comes from within and all is well with my soul. So I'll have a good number of these for sale at the end of the month, so stay tuned. Keep checking my website. I'll go ahead and let you guys know when it's stocked. Also, I have my little king collection. I'm working on my king collection. If you can see that king crown, I'm working on that. So those will be available also at the end of the month. And it's great holiday gifts for you ladies who have a king in your life that you want to bless, a father, a son, husband, boyfriend, whatever. That's something different and handmade. All my jewelry is handmade by me. That will be available again at the end of this month. Thank you guys for your support. Also, I have Mary Kay stuff as usual. I share and I put all the links below. But for my Mary Kay face today, don't you like it? So my signature red lip is my Mary Kay red lip pencil, which I love. I'll put the link for that below. And this is just my simple everyday face. I use primer. I use my under eye corrector. Where is that? I use a little under eye corrector. I use mascara. This is our Mary Kay Lash Love mascara. We have a good bit of different mascaras. We have some for intensity, volume, length, all of that. So we've got different ones of that. And before I put my lip liner on today, I use my Mary Kay Satin Lips combination. So this is the Shea Sugar Scrub, which feels awesome. It makes my lips really soft. And then my Shea Lip Balm. You can buy it as a set, or you can buy them separately. Now, I also use a matte wear foundation because I'm oily. So my skin is combination oily, so I use a matte wear foundation. And then I use a pressed powder, mineral pressed powder, and I just put on a little blush every now and again. We have different shades. This is Shy Blush, what I have on. And it gives you a little shimmer there on my cheeks. And for my eyes, my favorite, I just have one. Sometimes I use multiple layers, but for today I just simply put this truffle color on, which is it's kind of like a burgundy color, but it's really cute. So that's my Mary Kay face. We also have our lip glosses that I've talked about before too, our new shades of lip gloss. So that is all I want to share with you today. You guys, I'm also a certified life coach. I don't talk about that as much, but I think in my videos I try to portray those skills for you guys. But if you are interested in coaching services, I do have a couple of packages that I'm offering right now, which are on my website, so you can check that out. I only take 4 to 5 clients in at a time. I don't want to overload myself, and I want to make sure that I give people the time that they need, the individualized coaching services that they need, and I don't like to overload myself with clients so that everybody can get that one-on-one attention that they need. So if you are seriously interested in coaching services, I do have that link on my website, or that the tab on the website that talks about how to get in contact with me if you're interested in services. So that's all I have today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, we are a community here, so share your thoughts and ideas too. Until next time, keep evolving on your Uniik by Design journey. See ya.